What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new cards coming to NCAA College Football Ultimate Team tomorrow in the Nightmares promo, highlighted by the 95 overall Jeremiah Smith with 95 speed. Now, look, we kind of knew eventually this overall bump would come, so I'm not really surprised to see the overall bump. I thought, maybe, I didn't think it'd probably be tomorrow. I thought maybe Wednesday, because that's kind of what we had been seeing. However, we now know that it's coming tomorrow, and Jeremiah Smith with 95 speed, 97 deep route running, and 95 acceleration catching coming tomorrow. Going to be by far and away the best wide receiver in the game, maybe the best card in the game. Do also see Bray Hubbard, free safety from Alabama, and the left tackle Kage Casey, better run blocker than pass blocker. But overall, really solid drop coming tomorrow, especially, the top three guys. We'll see more than just these three cards as well tomorrow when the full set does ultimately get released. So that's kind of what to note about this set, about this drop. Now let's go over these cards one by one, starting with the left tackle, Kage Casey. Now, when I first look at Kage Casey, I think to myself, well, we've got, the 95 overall season, 3 left tackle. That's probably going to be slightly better than this card, especially if you do pass the ball primarily. But Kage Casey overall is a solid left tackle in the game. There's not a whole lot of negative things I can say about the card. Solid strength. And if you like to run the football, I have a feeling Kage Casey is the best left tackle in the game. Now, if you like to throw the football, obviously there might be better left tackles in the game. But he's fine. It's just kind of tough for me to really hype up left tackles right now in the game. Like, it is what it is. A fine card to pick up for your ultimate team. Just not necessarily a hype beast. Next card, free safety, Bray Hubbard. Now, with Bray Hubbard here, it's tough for me because I feel like at the safety position, we've seen a lot of guys. Now, I want to start with this. The height of Bray Hubbard, 6'2", okay? So that's the first thing I want to talk about for Bray Hubbard, 6'2", at that free safety position. Tough for me to really not be high on this card, considering he is 6'2" at that position. Now, comes with 94 speed, 94 acceleration, good tackler, 96 man coverage as well. Now, for me, I play more zone coverage than man coverage, so it's really tough for me to hype up Bray Hubbard too much. But this card is going to be by far and away your best free safety in the entire game. The difference between him and the next best free safety in the game is quite large. And so that's something to obviously think about for you. 6'2", 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 96 man coverage, which is just absolutely ridiculous. We'll see tomorrow, obviously, what that change of direction looks like. Some of these other stats that might make a difference for how good Bray Hubbard actually is going to be. But at 6'2", going to be the best free safety in the game. Then we do see Jeremiah Smith. Now, I want to talk about this for a little while because I think it's important to do. The difference between Jeremiah Smith and the next best wide receiver in the game is massive. So right now, before Jeremiah Smith, I probably would have said Stefon Diggs was the best wide receiver in the game, and I wouldn't panic sell Diggs. He's still the second best wide receiver in the game. But the difference between Jeremiah Smith and Stefon Diggs is quite large. And I want you guys to know that, understand that. Like, Diggs only has 94 speed. That by itself is a pretty big difference, 94 compared to 95. And even when you look at Jeremiah Smith's 97 deep route running, again, 94 mid, 91 short, those are also pretty good stats. But you combine that with 95 speed, good height for the card. He is the best wide receiver in the game. Honestly, if this card is under 1 million coins tomorrow, an instant buy for me. There's no questions asked. If he is under that mark, he is absolutely an instant buy come tomorrow. So when I'm looking at these cards, obviously Kage Casey, I have a tough time hyping up too much just because he is at that left tackle position, which I feel like offensive linemen in this game are pretty tough to get to, to hype up. As far as Bray Hubbard, he's the best free safety in the game, and by a pretty quite large margin, especially if you play man coverage. And Jeremiah Smith, the best wide receiver in the game, and quite honestly, maybe even the best player in the game as well. So I'm glad we're seeing a Nightmare set tomorrow. Obviously, if you do go to College Football Ultimate Team's page, you can see the upcoming content schedule. We see Nightmares tomorrow. Obviously, Season 4 on Thursday, I do believe. Stories of the Week, I think, should be on Wednesday, but it might be on Thursday. I don't really know. College football playoffs should be something new. Christmas Rush, something new. Names of the Game on Saturday. Bull Legends on Sunday. I mean, honestly, they are cooking. They are absolutely cooking. And this is a good question from Kale. So Season 4 is Wednesday. In-game, it shows Season 3 expiring Thursday morning. That's my big question right now because, you know, people need to know that. They need to know when they need to complete all of their XP buys. So hopefully, you know, hopefully EA does update that if that is the case. But again, I've been a fan of these nightmare sets, and honestly, I've been a massive fan of just the content that has came out the last couple of weeks in the game. It's been absolutely fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on these cards coming tomorrow. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.